Looking for a new way to stay refreshed and hydrated? Look no further than iRange Hydration Drink. iRange is perfect for any situation where you need a little pick-me-up. It's low in calories and has a delicious orange flavor that you will love. So don't wait any longer. Grab a can of iRange today and start enjoying the refreshing. Buy online at irange.co.uk. Looking for a new way to stay refreshed and hydrated? Look no further than iRange Hydration Drink. iRange is perfect for any situation where you need a little pick-me-up. It's low in calories and has a delicious orange flavor that you will love. So don't wait any longer. Grab a can of iRange today and start enjoying the refreshing. Buy online at irange.co.uk. Looking for a new way to stay refreshed and hydrated? Look no further than iRange Hydration Drink. iRange is perfect for any situation where you need a little pick-me-up. It's low in calories and has a delicious orange flavor that you will love. So don't wait any longer. Grab a can of iRange today and start enjoying the refreshing. Buy online at irange.co.uk. Looking for a new way to stay refreshed and hydrated? Look no further than iRange Hydration Drink. iRange is perfect for any situation where you need a little pick-me-up. It's low in calories and has a delicious orange flavor that you will love. So don't wait any longer. Grab a can of iRange today and start enjoying the refreshing. Buy online at irange.co.uk.
African and Caribbean radio station in London. I say shout out to first and foremost my producer, Mr. Archie, and all the rest of the team that are working round the clock. It is the Wednesday edition, and quite a lot to discuss this evening. First and foremost, I'd like to appreciate everyone that have joined us so far on the network and those that have joined us on the sister network as well. It is what it is, and it is going to be one of the most important discussion when it comes to Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that has a lot that we have to discuss about. So as we are getting ready, I say good evening and welcome to each and every one of you that have joined us once again on the sister broadcast as well. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and I'd like to appreciate my producer, Mr. Archie, Mr. Frank David, and the rest of the team that have joined as well around the globe. I want us to relax and first and foremost focus right here because security is a very paramount one. Babatunde, shout out to you. To those of you that have joined us on the sister broadcast, I say good evening and welcome. Ijaya, to my beautiful mom, to my family. It is the Wednesday, and this is the first Wednesday. We couldn't join you last week because of the the Muslim festival that was going on and some other commitment as well. Shout out to those of you, Comrade Plan B, and the rest of you that have joined us on the MixLR all the way from Ibadan. I've saw some of the military vehicle. A lot of movement is going on. Not too sure, maybe for the safety of Nigerians, but I can confirm that images are coming out from Ibadan where the military have been moving some of their security personnel. So I will be telling you a little bit more that today's date is the 5th. Okay, thank you so much. We would work on that. Thank you so much. Yes, today's day is the 5th and not the 4th. Yesterday was the American Independence Day, but we are right here, and it is going to be a very fantastic show. Triple DRS, good evening to you and welcome to each and every one. The GR1, good evening to you all and welcome once again. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and this is the Star Radio UK network. And this is how we're going to be, discussing, a lot of activities, so much happening in Nigeria. Nigeria has got a lot of insecurity. I'll be telling you, what are the latest, security issue. Maize Gold, Sonky, still at Choya. I won't say that yet. You know, definitely not. Dizzy123, good evening to you. Tony AJ, shout out to you on those in Belgium and those of you around the world as well. I don't know where to start from, but normally we do it this way when you tease the Wednesday. And, just in case you're watching it for the first time, remember to follow us on all our social media handle on the Twitter. A lot of us are not on Twitter. I am not too sure why. Shout out to those of you, Remy Official. I can spot you, my brother. Love you all too much. Tony Zomania. Shout out to the Biafra. Shout out to Nigerians. Lola Olasukami and the rest of those that are working around the clock. Shout out to Nigerians because there's so much insecurity in Nigeria that if care is not taken, you could easily be kidnapped and then nobody knows where you are. Silver Gold, yes, I love that one. You said the king of the boys. Let me first do it this way. It is just exactly 10 minutes. We're going to be here throughout. I will open the phone line at some point. Some of you will be able to tell me what is the current security and can we say that the new service chiefs are able to, restore security back across Nigeria. I'll be talking about what Sherima, I'm sure some of you have been following, what they're saying to Bola Tinubu, that the bandits, are they really bandits or are these criminals? One of the imam that was kidnapped in Ondo State have been released. He was beaten. But Yerima said Bola Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, should consider amnesty program for the bandits in the northern part of Nigeria, just like the late President Umaru Yar'Adua did for the Niger Delta militant. I believe this is not me. Me, I don't believe. So don't bring this to me. But Yerima say, I believe that Nigerian military has the capacity to deal with the bandit, if so directed and given the resources and support and the political will. What is your take on that? But one thing is, this is called.
Okay. This is Star Radio UK. In your car, at work, at home, on your smartphone. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Shout out to you, Odudua has arrived, and welcome those of you, everyone settling. There's a lot to discuss tonight.
The best radio show. The best radio show. The morning show.
And this is also the way we welcome you into the program. And also remember, this is
Radio.
Exactly 12 minutes past, I'm going to line up the first track tonight. And the track tonight is going to be, Nigeria. I'm sure some of you will probably remember these. Is Nigeria still what this guy told us, some few years back? I'm sure some of you remember this track. How many people remember, these particular tracks? Let me remind you. If you know the name of the artist, can you help me to put it out there? Ayodele, okay. Shout out to those of you. Who is Yerima? Yerima is the former, governor of Zamfara State, and is begging Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Nigeria, the 16th president, to appeal to the bandits and say the bandits are just ignorant. These are ignorant people. But let's hear. Some of you will know the name of the artist, or remember the name of the artist rather. But if you know the name of this artist, can you help me to put it out there in the comment section?
Right here. Turn up my microphone. Shit.
Yay! How many of you remember the rhythms? Shout out, this is Star Radio UK. And welcome once again, Kule Shita. I cite you. Oh no! How many people remember the name of this artist or the name of this musician? Are we still suffering in Nigeria? Oh my Lord. At exactly 30 minutes past, you can turn it up if you're driving. My mother, my beautiful, beautiful mother, I shout out to you. Good evening and welcome. And also to all our beautiful sisters across the world. Mrs. Taiwo Kike, do you remember this? Oh no. Is everything scatter scatter? Are we still having a lot of poor man suffer? It seems that nobody knows the name of this artist. Who is this particular musician? Can you tell me? Ogundare Kunle. Men's God seems to be doing some copy. Oh no. When Amraba came to your house, what happened? Okay, go ahead. I need the full name of this musician. Lanre Lamino is getting it right. Oh no, when Amraba come to your house, it is called the Star Radio UK Network. My name is Olayomi Koiki. I say good evening and shout out to everyone out there. It is a very beautiful weather. It is 14 minutes past 1800 hours. Who remember this? Triple DRSA, The Suffering by Abdul Karim. Who remember the name of this musician? Oh yeah, goes okay. Yeah. Oh no. Which kind Amraba don't want money? Go ahead. It is called the Star Radio UK Network. It seems that so many of you know the name of this person. What's going on there? Mr. Kunleshita said Idris Abdul what? My question tonight is Niger Voices. Can the service chiefs restore security back in Nigeria? Or are we going to remain the same as the former SADIs, the failed president? I mean, imagine the Major General. I mean, I don't know why they called Buhari a Major General. He's a failure. We should remove the Major from him. Go ahead and let's hear the first track this evening. Oh no, it looks like Silver Gold is dancing out there. Who else is dancing? Everything is scatter. They went to a church that is called the Redeemed Christian Church of God in Ogun State. The pastor was killed. Oh my God, what is going on in Nigeria? I saw a lot of military security vehicles that have been moved in Ibadan. What is going on? Is it for the protection of lives and property, or should we be concerned again? How many of you are suffering? It is called the Niger Voices. Put the comment out there. The question tonight is, can the new service chiefs under the new President Bola Ahmed Tinubu restore security back to Nigeria? Are there so many gunshots in the air? It looks like there's a gunshot in the air in the southeast part of Nigeria. Oh no! It is Costa Radio UK in London. The weather is just about almost 20 degrees. Can you see what is happening in Wimbledon? It looks like some people are protesting already. I saw that in Wimbledon today. Shout out to those of you around this evening. Bosa. When you hear the AK-47, you will know that this one is not a pump rifle. There's difference between pump rifle and AK-49. Shegun, good evening to you. Babatunde say Koiki is on fire. When I put on this outfit, you got to know he's on fire. I say good evening and welcome once again to the network. I appreciate those of you. It looks like we are having let's see, not too sure. Let's see, seems something is touching. Let me be sure that we are still on air. Yeah, we're still on air. Not too sure what happened there. Once again, to those of you on the yeah, I think we are still on air. I believe we're still on air. Yes, so we are still on air. I guess we're still on air. Yeah, we're still on air. Yes, Ganiolo, they say Idris Abdul Karim. This is what made Obasanjo sent him out of Nigeria. Really? Good evening to you, Archie. Good evening to you in Ghana, Frank. Good evening to all our presenter. And let's say one more time. Eh? Who did that lock in Abuja under the government of Buhari? DSS is still holding a lot of Nigerians, and the Boko Haram and the bandit are now moving around as if they own Nigeria. Good evening to you, Funshaw Frank. Good evening to you. Silver Go say, until I traveled out of Nigeria, then I realized that Nigerians are suffering. So if you don't travel out of Nigeria, you don't go know. Oh my God, what's going on in Nigeria? Keep your comment coming. I can read everything. Hey, yeah. Which kind of prison be that? Everything is scatter. Are we still having poor man suffering? Bosa. Gunshot in the head. Maybe I should tell you the gunshot in the air. Let's see if we can get, the gunshot in the air. There was an attack at the Christian Redeemed Church of God. And this is becoming 1, 2, 3 attacks. Are you concerned? Are you worried? Let's hear these and ask ourselves. This is not the gunshot of individual, but these happen. I can't play the video, but I can play the soundtrack. These happened during the attack on Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho's house, a recording that was made after the attack by one of our sister, Comrade Shalako Boroku. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to her rather. Oh my God. You can see the pool of blood. I can't show you that, but this was after the military invasion and assassination attempt on our own father, a man that wanted to rescue the Yoruba people. But the federal government of Nigeria attacked his residence. 2 innocent Yoruba men were killed by Osibajo and also Buhari. And after the attack, someone recorded these, and this recording has been kept. This is going to be the first time some of you are listening to this. This was what actually happened in narration before we actually talk about some of the other activities in Nigeria.
You see the pool of blood. You see how animals murdered human beings and dragged him. They murdered him while he was praying. They dragged him all the way from that pool of blood outside. This is what is happening live in Nigeria. And some stupid bitch, they fucking bastards.
Sorry for the swearing word there.
One Nigeria. Is this one Nigeria? Can you see how they demolished the place? This is just 1% of what they have done. But because there's a pool of blood here, I'm forced to record this again. I know it's been out there for everyone to say. For all Yorubas that are still calling for one Nigeria, I think you are happy with what you are saying. I think you are enjoying it, and you can throw a party over it. Some bastard, they fucking bastards.
Once again, sorry for the swear word there.
A Yoruba sons and daughters and are calling for one Nigeria. You can see the pool of blood in someone's house. If some people can come and bust into someone's house at 2 a.m. to take lives,
and this is the Nigeria of today,
to destroy people, to arm them, to destroy properties, to steal money and jewelries, to steal valuable things. You can see. This is Chief Sunday Igboho's house. You can see how they vandalized the whole place. You can see it. You can see the pool of blood. And I believe if you're really and truly Yoruba sons and daughter, it's time to do something.
Let's leave that, and that was a recording by Comrade Shola Kugboroku. Sorry, I think we are having, a bit of technical from our other network on the Facebook. We'll probably leave that, not too sure why. There was an attack that took place as well. But my question tonight is based on the fact that so many Nigerians are living in fear. And I'm asking again, should we be concerned? Or should we say that the new security chiefs will be able to handle the situation? The new president have appointed new service chiefs, and as many Nigerians will be asking whether they will be able to take care of the capacity. Please do not call yet. We will take calls later on in just about a minute. Please do not call, but we will take calls in the due course later. Once again, my question to as many Nigerians is, do you think that the new service chiefs will be able to take care of the current state of situation in Nigeria? What is your take on that? They are fully been appointed. They've met with the president. What is your own expectation? What is your take when it comes to the new service chief? Do you think that they can deal with the insecurity in Nigeria? As many Nigerians can no longer go to the farm because of the insecurity in the land. I am concerned. I am worried because a lot of our loved ones, whether in the north, in the southeast, in the southwest, in the middle belt, are no longer safe to travel from one end to the other. So my question this evening at exactly 24 minutes past is, can the new service chief fix and restore security back to Nigeria? That is the question tonight that I am asking as many of you. And if you think so, just help to put the comments out there so that we can find out whether the new service chiefs are capable of returning what we can say security to Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians do not have security as we speak. But one thing we got to remind ourselves is that the federal government of Nigeria under the new president Bola Ahmed Tinubu must do whatever it can to secure Nigeria. Odudu as Araba say, the army who raided Igbowo's residence still working at large in Odogbo barracks at Moni Ibadan. Trust me, where are those men? Are the aliens? And like I said, I received some footages of the military movement today and yesterday. A lot of military movement in Nigeria. I'm not too sure why, but the only thing I can say is that there is a lot of movement going on, whether to readjust situation of things. Good evening to you, Frank, all the way in Dublin. Shout out to those of you in Nigeria. Keep the comment coming. I will be reading them out because what we are dealing with tonight, Peter said, Fela's song, Suffer, Suffer for what? Enjoy for heaven. Should we be concerned? Can we say categorically that the new service chiefs under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can deal with the problem, can fix and put and make sure Adebanjo to Makinde don't interfere in Afenifere leadership issues? That is our father, Ayo Adebanjo. I'm going to be telling you more about that. Do you think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, should listen to Yerima by asking for amnesty. Because Yerima is saying to Bola Tinubu, the president, to tamper justice, to take it easy with the situation when it comes to the bandits. Shout out to you, Olamide Konpe. Triple DRS went further to say, it's two things. If they have got family members who has been victims of insecurity in the country, they may likely perform, but if they don't, otherwise, nothing will change. Do you think that those on the ground, because we've always loved and respect the Nigerian security because they do perform very well outside Nigeria, do you think that the performance can be done with the new sheriff in town called Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? What is your take on that? Let's hear these. And then these happened last week, Friday. As we say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a lot on his table. Let's go first to Ogun State, where this attack took place in the church called the Redeemed Christian Church of God, where the Fulani terrorists invaded the church while they were having a night vigil, and eventually people got killed. Let's hear the voice. This individual is begging the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun. Thank you so much, Mr. Tiami Lukman. I'm doing very well. I'm very good. Thank you so much. Keep the message coming. There's a lot to discuss tonight, and I'm here to also look into all the activities. Let's hear one more from those that got attacked at the Redeemed Christian Church of God right inside Ogun State, southwest of Nigeria.
So pastor tí wọ́n parí nígbà ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ìgbà tí wọ́n lọ ibi ọ̀nà ọ̀dọ̀ aṣímọlówó yẹn náà gbà lọ so dákun bá wa solution sí.
In case you don't understand what the message is pleading with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the governor of Ogun State, remember that the Lai Mohammed, the former minister of information, told so much lies that there is nothing wrong in Nigeria when it comes to the insecurity. But should we now also say that the new president, we are still not clear how the security chiefs would handle the problem that so many Nigerians are facing today? Insecurity in the northeast Nigeria and beyond. Insecurity in the southwest and beyond. Insecurity in Nigeria. According to the NSA that had meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Monday, if I am right, after all the festival, the engagement of the president from Ijebu-Ode to Abeokuta, from London to Paris, the president returned back to Nigeria, but went to Lagos, a lot of excitement. I saw the Lagosians all trooped out, about 120 vehicles that the president was driving. Some say that is not just the president, with also some of his other entourage. And you can see him there. Right there is the first meeting that President Bola Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was having with his service chiefs. What was the outcome? We saw the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, a failure that could not protect Nigerians throughout his tenure. But one thing is, we will discuss all these on and if you're wondering where you are, it is called
Radio. This is Star Radio UK. This is Star Radio UK.
It is called the Star Radio UK. Okay. Sorry about that. I think I have two on at the same time. That is why there's an echo. Thank you so much for spotting that quickly, Babatunde. And what I should do then is I should migrate everything into one so that you are listening from the Star Radio rather than listening from me. Thank you so much for pointing that. I didn't realize that myself, but now there should be everything in sequence because the mic was on the sister broadcast while the Star Radio mic was on as well. So can you let me know if everything is now sequenced? Everything should be sequenced now. Thank you so much for spotting that. Please, whenever we are live, if there's anything that needs to be adjusted, please do let us know because that is the only way we can know, especially those of you that are listening around the world. So can you please confirm if everything is now sequenced, which I believe we should be, especially now that there have been adjustment. Perfect now. Thank you so much. I'm not sure why others were not saying anything. Maybe they were just focused on the program. The topic tonight is focused on the new service chiefs. Do you think that they will restore security back to Nigeria so that Nigerians can go back to their farm? We have been saying that we need as many farmers so that we can feed ourselves. But what we have been witnessing during the 8 years of the failed general, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, he could not provide security to protect Nigerians. But now that Bola Ahmed Tinubu have now taken every opportunity, he wanted to be the president. He's now the president. Emi lo kan, baba emi lo kan, emi lo kan, baba emi lo kan. Now that Bola Tinubu is the president, do we say that there will be no more attack like we saw in Owo massacre? Are we saying that there will be less attack in the southeast? There will be less attack in the northeast? Mrs. Florence, what happened to the kidnappers? They caught nothing said about them. It is all about show off with the new service chiefs. I don't think nothing can be done. Thank you so much, Julia Tosin. Mr. Funshaw Babatunde, I don't care if Nigeria become paradise tomorrow. I won't trade Yoruba nation for it. Triple DRS, thank you so much. Keep the comment coming. At exactly 7 p.m., I would allow you to call in. And you know, the question where are they asked, make us speak the language where our people they understand. Oh. My question tonight be say, share the new service chief, the military, the DSS, the NSA, the Naval, the Air Force, the Custom, the Guguru Defense, the Amotekun, say you not think say the fee make restore peace for security inside Nigeria. If you think so, I beg, help me write them down. Because tonight, we dey look into all this wahala, we no allow our people move from point A to B. If you want go southeast, na wahala. If you dey go Sokoto, na problem. If you dey go Kaduna, na problem. And also, Ribadu is telling us after the meeting where they have with Bola Tinubu, the president, what Tinubu told us in our median meeting. And that is why the meeting was held. It was closed door, just as Buhari had so many meetings with Buratai, so many meetings with every single one of them. Do you think, say, everything will line up?
This is Star Radio UK.
In your car, at work, at home, on your smartphone. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Ike Uzo say no because of their agenda. I bet make una help me write them down because I no want go. Make una come say you no tell us wetin you dey ask us. The question wey I dey ask una be say, shey Buhari DG75 DG_75, I greet you very well. Ola Demolami, I greet you very well. Ola Sojide, I greet you very well. Abdul Latifu, I greet you very well. I greet every person where they on Instagram, oh, because tonight we dey discuss about security. Because on Star Radio UK, we like to discuss security, because security, any country wey no get security na wahala o. I come dey ask tonight, say Bola Ahmed Tinubu go fit put security back. Maybe may we listen to this final part of Jaga Jaga. Do you think say Nigeria is still Jaga Jaga? Abi it never Jaga Jaga? Are we still having as many of Nigeria they suffer? I greet everyone. According to Adesina, say monetary aspect of the governances is what is all about. No be me talk am, say Nigeria Jaga Jaga. This one during Obasanjo time by Idris Abdul Karim. Now him talk say Nigeria Jaga Jaga o. Do you think that the Nigerian security chief waiting they tell Nuru Ribadu? We go hear am very soon. I said Nuru Ribadu say what Tinubu told us in our meeting is all about the security of Nigeria. Oh. Shout out to all our listeners around the world and welcome to the Star Radio UK network, Niger Voices, every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. I greet you if they will listen to me from Southeast. I dey hear a lot of bomb in Southeast. What thing they happen for Southeast? Adesina Adeyemo under Bishop say Tinubu effort of Nigeria is just a delay tactics. 7 people with command authority cannot settle what is on ground. Little cannot escape it the more. Do you think say the naval ship where China bring, why they bring naval ship come Nigeria? Oh? Are we sure that we dey grow? Let me say what Ribadu told us after the meeting. He gave us the assurance, like the video, assurance that is with us 100%. God last brand say, Ile Agbon. No be me talk am o. Mo kí gbogbo yín pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. At exactly almost 8 o'clock, we go talk about everything called Yoruba Nation. Because also, Dupe Onitiri, she's trying to bring what we call some machinery to destroy the Yoruba territory. I'll be telling you everything. Please stay tuned until 8 o'clock. Are we sure we are growing? Let's move swiftly because of the time constraint. It's exactly 20 minutes before 7 p.m. At exactly 1900 hours, I'll be taking your calls. You will also be able to tell me whether Nigeria is still Jaga Jaga. Samuel Afolabi say, it is Jaga Jaga, oh, it continue. Wow. Ike Uzo say, how will Tinubu remove all those social repentant Boko Haram? I almost forgot that we have repentant Boko Haram. God last brown say, Dupe Madaru, comfort, delay, Okiyi say, assurance my food. Assurance, like Davido. Assurance. Let's read quickly. This was the meeting that was held on the, this week. And this is the outcome. He gave us assurance that he is with us 100%. He told us that we must work as a team and that there is work to be done. He will expect us to deliver like the DHL and the FedEx. We are grateful for the opportunity. That is why we are here, according to Nuru Ribadu, the new NSA. President Bola Tinubu on Monday this week had a meeting with his new service chiefs and the most important one, the National Security Advisor, Nuru Ribadu. Nuru Ribadu was the former chairman of the EFCC with a marching order to secure Nigeria. Bola Tinubu wants Nuru Ribadu and all the service chiefs to secure Nigeria. Do you think that they can secure Nigeria so that Nigerians can move from point A to B, so that Nigeria can be a safe place? At 8 o'clock, I'll be telling you the plan of Dupe, Onitiri, Ijile Marcus, Wale Ali, and a young man called Jimmy Goat, and likewise Ajekalerun. All of these individuals that I mentioned, I am informing the British authority in advance that should there be any chaos under any name called Yoruba Nation, it has nothing to do with our own movement, because they are now trying to become like the bandit, because it is only the bandit that is killing Nigeria. We want a Yoruba nation, but we do not want a Yoruba nation that is going to be killing innocent Nigerians or the indigenous people. So at 8 o'clock, I will be addressing the British authority that we have Wale Ali here in United Kingdom. Should anything happen in Yoruba territory, he must be held responsible. The same goes to the United States of America. I'll be addressing Joe Biden to make sure that should anybody start firing and killing innocent Yoruba people, because they've attempted that before after they wanted to invade Amuludun. Make sure you stay tuned. I will be addressing the security agency around the world to keep an eye on Ijile Marcos operating from Turkey. I will be speaking directly to the Turkish authority that we are not involved in any sort of an attack on the Nigerian territory under the new president. Yes, we want a Yoruba nation, but we are not attacking the military. We are not attacking the security. But it seems that the new agenda by Ijile that is operating under a YouTube name called Ijile Marcos and Wale Ali that is here in United Kingdom, and there's another one called Jimmy that is operating from America, and Ajekale. All these are meant to be put on what we call checking, because should there bring any external forces that are going to try to destabilize the Yoruba territory, we are not involved, because I am one of those that are operating as a right to self-determination campaigner media, which is allowed under the international law, which is allowed under the 1960, 1514 messages that came out, 1514 resolution rather, that was put together, in 1960. It's called the 1514 resolution. We are operating at that. We are not operating to destroy Nigeria by using African that are going to be brought in. And also a man called Said, also called Omobota, is involved in all this atrocity. They are planning to bring about 50 to 100 according to intelligence. So at 8 o'clock, I will be officially addressing the British authority and the American authority, so that they have this on record, that should such happen, they must hold them responsible, because we are not non-violent movement and we remain a non-violent movement. So that is about that. Let's come back again to the conversation. Nuru Ribadu is telling us that President Bola Tinubu on Monday told them at a meeting that was held at the State House Abuja, where the new Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, a Major General Chief of Army Staff, Farid Lagbaja, a Major General Chief of Naval Staff, Emmanuel Ogala, a Rear Admiral Chief of Air Staff, Hassan Abubakar, an Air Marshal, and also the new Acting Inspector General of Police, known as Kayode Egbetokun. They were all appointed just before Tinubu traveled to Global Summit in Paris on the 19th of June. Briefing the State House correspondent at the end of the meeting, which was commenced at about 3 p.m. local time, 1500 hours, Mr. Ribadu said the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu asked them to work as a team to accomplish the task of keeping the country secure. My question tonight is, do you think that this can happen? Do you think that they can keep Nigeria secure as many Nigerians are concerned? Maze Gold, thank you so much. Okay, you also went further to say Ishola is also in the United Kingdom. Oduduwas are right. It is not Yoruba nation. They are all under Uminira 2022, and their plan is to bring in, we don't know which of the African countries, but the work is already ongoing, and they're planning to bring them in, about some around 50. They will be shooting sporadically, and they might end up killing as many people and that will mean that we will get all the full name. Sahid, I believe I will get this full name in just about a few minutes. But if anybody knows the full name of Jimmy Goat, please, I need those names so that I will be mentioning each of those names during my broadcast at exactly 8 o'clock. Now, let's come back again. We were here to thank Mr. President also. Every time everybody's thanking the president. The question tonight is, can we have a secure Nigeria under the new service chief? Shout out to you all the way in Miami. Aziz, a very good evening to you from here in London, and good afternoon to you on the other side of the globe. Julia Thompson said, if Tinubu make Nigeria good, may they arrest me. Will they play with our upcoming generation future? Alex Mamu, good day to you as well, and welcome to the broadcast as well. Yoruba Nation is non-negotiable, and exactly 8 o'clock, I'll be telling you everything we need to know. And I believe, if I'm right, that our leader, the self-determination leader, Professor Adebanji Akintoye, will be addressing the Yorubas later on the Yoruba World Media, later on at about 8 o'clock. If we can pick the transmission, I'll be doing so as well. Mrs. Teresa, send a very big love. I love that. I am taking it. Thank you so much. Keep your comment coming. At 12 minutes, I will open the phone line. I want to go back again. We are still discussing the insecurity in Nigeria. There's a lot of insecurity happening. My question is that tackle insecurity, sign MBP, writers to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The writers under the body of poet and playwright, editor, easy novelist, Pen Nigeria has called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration to tackle the spark of insecurity in the country. This is the plea that the current National Assembly signed the National Book Policy meant to care for the interest of stakeholders in the book industry. In a statement that was signed by the President Nigerian Center of Pen International, Pen Nigeria, Olu Agio, and the Secretary, Daga Tola, Pen Nigeria noted, with the new regime headed by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Nigerian Center of Pen International, aka Pen Nigeria, a worldwide association of writers, feels obligated to articulate the anxieties of over 200 million Nigerians over the palpable air of insecurity compounded by multidimensional poverty across the length and breadth of the country. Given the rise wave of terror attacks, a trip across the country now seems to be like playing Russia roulette. This has made it extremely difficult for us writers. So, as many people are being affected when it comes to the insecurity in the land, people that wants to travel from Sokoto to Plateau State, from Plateau State to coming down to the southeast, it seems that it is becoming very, very difficult. So tonight, Omobalaji Abdullahi say, good evening, Gbogbo Ile Adebanjo Sunday. I welcome you to the program. Also, can Bola Tinubu protect all the farmers? Again, when it comes to insecurity, my question is, don't urge Tinubu to address the food insecurity. How is the president going to address this? Adeniyi Adejubril, good evening and welcome to the live transmission. My name again is Olayomi Koiki, and as we continue to review all the messages as well, keep them coming and I'll be reading them out. Okay, it seems that we have some names there. Thank you so much for giving us those names, and let's get those names out. Ogunjimi Marcos is one of the names that we're going to be talking to directly, so that will be on record on our network here on the Star Radio UK, because even though they have the alias, but we want to call them by their name, and he's bearing Ijile Marcos on the Ijile FM on the YouTube and the other social media network. Also, we have Wale Ali. Wale Ali is operating here from UK, where he's based, and we will be addressing the United Kingdom security apparatus. Also, Jimmy Sahid. We have Jimmy. Maybe if you can get us the full name, it will be something nice. Said Ishola. Also, I need the full name of Said. If you have it, please send it to us. Ronke. Also, there's someone called Ronke Olori. Ulotiti. That's another name that we will be referencing to later on tonight during my address to the security across the world. Monimola Ramon, aka Shoya Koribe. So she's also going to be mentioned tonight as well. Also Florence Ajakaleonu, or called Ajakale. We're also going to be bringing her name out tonight at exactly 8 p.m. when I will be addressing the security around the world. That these are individuals that are trying to bring Ayo Brown. She's based in Dublin. Ayo Brown would also be mentioned. Thank you so much. Ayo Brown she's in Dublin, and I believe she's working with the NHS in Dublin as either a nurse or midwife or whatever she's doing right there. Also, Dupe Onitiri, she's the leader of the Ominira, not the Yoruba nation. So Dupe Onitiri, we brought her here around June on the Star Radio UK, but only for us to realize that she's not who we thought she is. So again, thank you so much. Sunshine Forever, Majek. Good evening to you and welcome to the live transmission. So all these individuals will be mentioned in the due course at exactly. So Monimola Rahman, that is Shoya Koribe, that is her full name. Moninu Ola Rahman, aka Shoya Koribe, aka Shoya Koribe, operating under that alias on the Facebook and YouTube. So thank you so much so far. Adebanjo Sunday say the Zoo Nigerian government remove wanted from our freedom fighter in Yoruba land. Sunday Adeyemo Igbowosha now is not a Fulani. Moninu, okay, Moninu. Thank you so much. Oduduwa is all right. So I will be addressing all these. Stay tuned at exactly 8 o'clock when I will be making these address, to United Nations, European Union, and as many other security agencies around the world. Lekon Exclusive, thank you so much, my cousin, all the way in Lagos. I hope the family is doing very well. Shout out to you. And also, Delipi, say good evening to you. Omidi Gold, I appreciate you for joining. Mark, thank you for joining. If I haven't mentioned your name, I say good evening to you. And this is the Star Radio UK network. I know a lot of you have different businesses that you operate in Nigeria. Are you concerned about the security? In the next 5 minutes, I will allow you to call into the program and you can share your own concern when it comes to the insecurity as well. Thank you so much for those of you that have given us those names. And if there's any more names, please send them to me. I will be picking that along the line as well. Let's go back to food security. Food security is a threat in any part of the world. As we speak right now, the war going on between Russia and Ukraine is creating a lot of food security because the percentage of the wheat that we are using around the world, if you don't know, is coming from Ukraine. I've told you, that Nigeria also imports good amount in percentage of wheat all the way from the Ukraine and Russia. And that literally means that the Black Sea, as we speak right now, is on a lot of distress because of the insecurity happening around that area. So let's look at the amount of wheat. I want you to take note of this breakdown. Nigeria imports a value of $3.32 billion of wheat into Nigeria. And we know that we can use wheat for so many things, as we all understand. The percentage is about 5.38%. And when we look at the countries where this importation is coming from, let's take a look at Latvia. Nigeria imports, the tune of $508 million of wheat from Latvia. That's about 15.3%. From Russia, we also import $493 million worth of wheat. That's about 14.9%. Again, we also in Ukraine. At the moment, Ukraine is at war with Russia. And that literally means that Russia is blocking the Black Sea from allowing Ukraine to sell their grains. Nigeria buys to the tune of $490 million of wheat from Ukraine. That's about 14.8%. But what is this organization telling Bola Tinubu? The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been urged to use research and modern. Let's go back again to that. I think we lost that. Once again, good evening and welcome to the Star Radio UK network. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has now been urged to use research and the modern technology techniques to provide solutions to challenges of poverty, food insecurity, and others plaguing the country. The reason why we have a lot of food insecurity in Nigeria is nothing more than the fact that these terrorists, whether they are the Boko Haram, some of you call them the bandits, the ISIS, there are so many insecurity and they are destroying farms that is meant to produce food to Nigeria. So I have a friend, some almost 4 years ago, he has actually abandoned his farm. How many of you have a farm project that you have abandoned? Odudu has arrived, say, I think Dukwa Onitiri is going back to the 1966 when General Yakubu Gowon paid machineries with the oil money to quash the bite of the Biafran war. Thank you so much, Odudu has arrived. How many of you have somebody that was doing farming business, but they stopped because of the activities of the security by the Fulani terrorists? How many of you? Because a lot of us wanted to, go into farming. But after the spark of attack by the terrorists, so many people abandoned the project. That was what led, Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho to come out to defend his people after so many attacks by the Fulani terrorists. And maybe I should remind you by showing you, let's see if we can get, there was a video by the BBC in Nigeria that showed us a man that had his 2 hands cut off. How many of you remember that video? I hope I can find that video to remind us as many of the atrocity that is still going on in Nigeria today. So many Yoruba people, Igbo people, Kanuri, the Southeast, the Hausa, many people are affected by the insecurity in Nigeria. My question then is, do you think that the new service chiefs will be able to restore security back to every part of the 191 local government in the Southwest? When we talk about the Southwest, we talk about Kwara State, Kogi State, Ekiti State, Oyo State, Ondo State, Osun State, Ogun State, Lagos State. We have in total almost 191 local government. But when we calculate all the local government in Nigeria, we have approximately 774 local government in Nigeria. Do you think that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be able to bring back what we called the peace that have left Nigerians by not going to the farm? So many Nigerians would love to become farmers, even if it's just in a small scale. But because of the spark of the insecurity, such is not happening. Let's take our first caller on the program tonight on the Star Radio UK network. And I say good evening and welcome to the Star Radio UK caller.
Hello.
Good evening and welcome, sir.
Yeah, Akusha.
How are you?
All right. Now, I think that we are overscaling Nigeria by even talking about food security, what they can do. Nigeria as a government have no business feeding Nigeria. That's
all right, okay, it's back.
It did not have
think it's the network from his location, but that's a distance call all the way from Nigeria.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
We can still hear you. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so I'm saying that I think we are overscaling Nigeria by talking about food security and what can they do. Nigeria government has business feeding Nigerians. They don't have, it is Nigerians that is feeding themselves. And look at all the Ministry of Agriculture, state and federal, they did not have common one poultry, not to talk of plantation farm. Their agricultural reserve and research centers and anything where they are doing nothing. There is no any research that they are actually. There is no any research they are actually doing. So talking about food security is completely evil. Trying to put Nigeria government. They have no business. They are not doing. They don't even know what is food security. When we begin to talk about that, we are just overscaling them because it is farmer in the rural area farming and producing food without any support of government. Many of them go to borrow loan from banks or microfinances to plant and to sell without any government interest or assistance. Now, the terrorists is now affecting them. All of them have abandoned farm. Everybody now sitting at home. And we are talking about food security. To who? To who? To the helpless citizen who farm and produce and sell? Or to government who have a business in production of food? Who are we talking about food security about? The government of Nigeria have not, they don't even know what we are talking about. It is we, the individual, that knows what we should do about food security. And that food security is not in our hands. If the insurgent, the security of life is not dealt with, because that is the major problem now, the security of life. They are entering into the bush, killing the farmers. You can remember what happened in Maiduguri when farmers were beheaded in their farms. Farmers were lied down and they were beheaded in their farm. What did the Nigerian government do? Look at the statement of Ministry of the spokesman of Buhari that time. He said, what did they go to do in the farm? Look at that. That is his comment. The spokesman of Buhari that time, he said he's blaming the dead, the farmer, for going to farm to produce food, which is their livelihood and their business. He's blaming them with their own responsibility as government to protect lives and property. They failed in that and he's blaming the dead. He said, what did they go and do in their farm? And now we are talking about food security to who? To who? Is it to the government who doesn't understand what is security purpose of the food? Or to the individual who is the one that generates? Naturally in Nigeria, as a Nigerian citizen, you produce everything for yourself. You produce your water by yourself. Government doesn't produce water. To build your own house by yourself, Nigerian government doesn't build houses. So landlords, that's why they call that, they use that language, landlords. Now, to produce your own electricity, everybody have generator, including the lowest face me and face you. You will see all of them pack generators at the back of their windows, and this thing have adverse effect, emitting carbon dioxide. And they were living like that. In the night, everywhere will be noisy. This one will be blowing, so this one. there is no light, and yet the Nigeria Electric Service, NEPA or whatever they call it, will still come and bring bill for you to pay for darkness. At this stage in Nigeria, there is no prepaid metering. Only few, only fast. Because I imagine if I have in my house, but I'm imagining, supposing I'm in the house of those who did not have, because that is the majority of people outside. They bring this estimated bill, and they send some they don't even have paper to print bill. They will send it as SMS to them. Ridiculous amount of money to pay for giving them darkness. And yet, they say it's Nigeria giving Benin light, and Benin has consistent light. So it is not the resources that is the problem. It is this human factor, cankerworm, the interest, the wickedness that we have for ourselves. That is what brings that insurgency itself. And the insecurity.
So if I may ask, so if I may ask now, we have the new service chiefs. What do you think the new service chiefs can put in place, to support, the farmers, the logistics? There's a lot of logistics that travel because Nigeria doesn't have the good rail network. So that means almost every goods goes on the road. I've been seeing some movement of the military in Ibadan. Yes.
Yes, yes. Because I'm on the program, so I'm watching you directly from my system. When you asked that question, I was laughing, and I put out that question: what will 7 people with command authority do with what is on ground in this country?
Well, they have a lot of different. They have so many units under them. I mean, each of the formation of this military, navy, air force, police, they have numbers of people that are working for them across the country.
Okay, Koiki. Okay, yeah, Koiki. All this Nigerian security architecture, including custom, immigration, and all that, gather all of them together. Did they have more than 1 million personnel officials? If you line them up, can you count 1 million? All of them together.
No, I know they are less than 1 million. Definitely.
Yeah. They are less than 1 million. Now, in this situation that on ground in Nigeria now is beyond insurgency. This is the lie of the government. What is happening in Nigeria is not in insurgency. The mafia have said it, that there is ethnic cleansing going on in Nigeria, and this is a cold war. This is a cold war. Nigeria is in war. Nigeria is fighting war. And the earlier you understand that, the better. The retired chief of army staff in Benue came out boldly and told these people that don't rely on Nigeria armed forces. If you rely on them, you will all be killed. My brother, what signal do you want more than that? Malafia spoke and said they have evidence.
But is it not because we have
Boko Haram confessed to them and mentioned name of a sitting governor in the north sponsoring or this thing, and we thought that what we are going through is a joke. Tinubu is just there to manage and mend the system. It cannot resolve the system, and that's why I say it's a waste of time. If Tinubu really want to work, I mean, his first step in office, what he did, they are all mistake. I don't know who is advising him. Increasing, devaluing naira, increasing fuel price and all that, because you need money, and yes, you want to solve insecurity. No, you can't. You have already destroyed what you want to create. The people are already in pain. Then you increase the pain and say you want to treat them. No, nobody will leave his body for you to treat. You want to treat me, and you've already hit me or increased my pain, and yes, you now come and say, oh yeah, now lie down. Let me now treat you. I will not accept it. If he knows did that to you, you will even allow him to inject you any injection. So he has taken a wrong step coming in because his mindset is on money, income, and he has done with that. He has created the structure for the making of the money, and he has already shared the money by increasing his salary, increasing the salary of the assemblies or those parliament and everything. And the people at the ground, which the burdens of all these things is upon, you leave them with nothing, impoverished, and now you want to handle insecurity. Insecurity of what? He is afraid of his own life because he is like one man among, he's like one rich man among 10 poor people. So when one rich man is among 10 poor people, his life will be in danger. And that's the reason he's looking at security, because the Nigerian mentality about security is all about a man with uniform and with gun. Security is beyond physical weapon. Security is intelligence. Look at developed world. The police doesn't carry weapon up and down. The police doesn't carry weapon up and down. But there is satellite watch. At this age, Nigeria did not have satellite, a camera watching look at what happened in Lekki Toll Gate. From America, CNN came reporting what happened, pointing exact time Nigerian military leave the base, exact time Nigerian military get to the toll gate, exact time Nigerian military started shooting, showing them the footage. Nigeria never thought that would be possible. And that is just a private company. Private company. Mother, let me stop there.
All right, thank you so much.
All those things they are parading, all those things they are parading, it's just a game.
Right.
They will do nothing just the way the former regime paraded and do nothing. You will get to police station, you can't even see a computer. In police station, at this age, you can't even see a computer where you can get a database of maybe the people in prison or people that came bring case, or you can't at this age. Thank you very much.
Wow, that is the first caller, and he has given us, the first go off into the conversation. We are still discussing the insecurity. At 8 o'clock, I will be making some address to the security operatives around the world regarding the latest intelligence that came on to us from the leader of those in support of Ominira that they call 2022. Their plan to bring in machineries, a lot of names we have here. Dupe Onitiri is the leader of that particular group. Ogunjimi Marcos under aka Ijile Marcos FM. Wale Ali operating from the United Kingdom. Ayo Brown from Dublin. Jimmy operating from America. Sahid operating from Nigeria called Said Omobota. Moni Nuola Ramon aka Shoe Koribe operating from Manchester. Ronke Olori Ulotiti, Florence Ajekaye. All these are those names I'll be mentioning out during that conversation, so that the United Kingdom, the MI5, and all the security agencies around the world knows that we, under the leadership of Professor Banji Akintoye, are not in any way bringing in those machineries by the time they start this political fighting and killings of so many innocent people because of their interim government that they are trying to bring. You can call in as well into the program. The number to call is WhatsApp +44 74 04 4059 17. 774 local government in Nigeria. Do you think that the federal government of Nigeria can literally bring a kind of normality, peace into Nigeria? Let me say good evening to you, Chibuzo Eze. Welcome to the program. Jane Stephen, good evening to you. Adebayo Adeyemi, good evening to you. Mrs. Ronke Ajibade, Mr. Ofunuga, thank you so much. Wahab Morufu, Ayo Paparazzi, Godwin John Aja, Eze Olawale, Olale Konlawale, and also to my cousin Walata also Ganil Abiodun, Mrs. Oluwafemilola Onome. Thank you so much. Olanrewaju Shegun, Olawale Olajiki, Cecilia. Thank you for watching. Mao Oludari, Mr. JP, Oladimeji Ajibola Idowu, Omosanya Aremu Kazim, Ismaila Ilesu, Niketi Triple, Yusuf Ojumola, Wukele, and if I didn't pronounce the name very well, please bear with me. If I haven't done so. Innovative, thank you so much on the Instagram. Grandma Felicia Jagbe, welcome to the program. We are discussing the insecurity in Nigeria. Mrs. Elizabeth Adesoya, welcome to the program as well. So, like I said, in the next 15 minutes, I will be making a short address. It will just be very short, just to put it on record on the Star Radio UK network. By the time the intelligence officers around the world are probably thinking that we are involved in what is called terrorism, we are not doing terrorism, but it seems that those under the Ominira 2022 by their leader, Duke Bonitiri, we have brought her onto the program before, but now she seems that we now understand that she has a different motive and agenda to hijack the government from the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So let's come back again to the conversation. There's still a lot to discuss. There's still a lot to talk about. Funsho say Yoruba Nation not going back. Odudu has arrived. Whenever our pilot land those 3-deck aircraft in Muritala, the linesman used torchlight to guide the aircraft back to Anga with 350 souls on board. Wow, that is scary. Thank you so much, David Adegoke, Mister. Just Reason say that is why president has to go around with over 120 motorcade. Odudu has arrived. Imagine Arab Emirates using torchlight to guide their aircraft to the parking hangar at the Muritala Mohammed Airport. We are talking about the food security that I was talking about before. The last caller came through. My question is, at some point, you also wanted to become a farmer. Do you think now that we have a new president in town, you can then go back and be that farmer without being concerned of the insecurity? We will make sure we protect Nigeria and work as united team to end insecurity. This is coming from one of the headline again. Tinubu to security chiefs, work as a united team, like those football team, to end the insecurity. On Monday, there was a meeting between the president and the security chiefs. We're seeing if the engineer can give us, if we have any video that we can give you the soundtrack of what was the outcome. We've also been saying that what Malafia told us seems to be something that is not yet over. Many Nigerians, Professor Otome, so many people have talked about this insecurity. But what do you think that Yerima tells President Bola Tinubu, the former governor of Zamfara State, is asking Tinubu to give amnesty to the bandit? What is your take on that? I think we have a soundtrack for that. We will get those soundtrack out in just about a few minutes. Bear with us. We are working on that. What is your take on what Yerima said after his meeting with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do you think it's right that since Yaradua gave the amnesty to those in Niger Delta, why not? We should be able to give amnesty to the bandits that are operating around Nigeria, killing innocent Nigerians. Is that your own belief? Let's hear from him what he has to say.
A solution to banditry in Nigeria. The bandits, a lot of them have been killed, a lot of them have been arrested, and I'm not saying that the government should just continue to just negotiate indefinitely. No, I said invite them. There are people who repent in all religions, Islam, Christianity, Judaism. You find that God himself who created us, once you repent after committing offenses, after committing sin, he forgives you. So there is no way you can say Nigerians should not be forgiven for if they repent. If they repent, they should be rehabilitated and integrated in the society. Avoid the occurrence of this menace. But if they don't, like I said, the government has enough power, enough resources, enough capacity. Nigerian security, I have confidence in them that they have capacity with the political will and support of government to handle this matter. So dialogue is part of governance. You cannot compare state actions with the federal government action. The federal government has enough human and material resources to handle any crisis that may come up in the society. State governments have limited funds and resources. So if they negotiate and they don't have the capacity to reintegrate these people back to the society, you will not have solution to the problem. Like I said, Niger Delta, it was not Niger Delta states that negotiated with the militants. It was the federal government that came up with a robust program that attracted their attention. Like I said, this issue is just poverty and ignorance. Educate them, reintegrate them to the society, provide solution for their poverty issues. You see that all this problem will be over.
Okay, the question I want to ask first is that are these Nigerians, these bandits? Because evidence indicated that majority of them are from Niger, Mali, and all other outside Nigeria. But he says something. He says we should, pamper them. They are ignorant. So I'm lost. Good evening to you, Mrs. Comfort Ologunja, Mrs. Moji Adesanya, and I'll be talking about all the headlines about Christians that have been killed in Nigeria. But first and foremost, once again, this is
Star Radio. This is Star Radio UK.
And if you're listening for the first time,
This is Star Radio UK.
In your car, at work, at home, on your smartphone. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
he's asking that these individuals, when the doers arrive, say, please tell him to shut up. It's like comparing orange with bananas. I am lost. Maybe we should listen to it again and then digest it one more time. Let us listen to it again.
I'm not making a case for bandits. I'm just proposing.
He said he's not making any case for the bandit. He's only proposing. Who can proposing
A solution to
a solution that is killing so many Nigerians. And maybe I should tell you some of these headlines. These are the headlines that I have ready for you, as we have it always on the Star Radio UK network. So after I searched Christian killed in Nigeria, we have a total of 3,770 results in 47 seconds. Let me say to this former governor, Nigeria, according to Independent Catholic News, Nigeria, drastic increase in killings of Christians. The tablet, Christian killed daily in Nigeria. Catholic Herald also say, why are more Christians killed in Nigeria? Vatican News, over 50,000 Christians killed in Nigeria by Islamic extremists. And the last one from BBC, RCCG pastor killed. Waiting police talk about the killing of a redeemed pastor that was also some of the members kidnapped. 15 Christians killed in Nigeria despite curfew, international Christian concern. These are some of the headlines, and we have another caller on the line. I say good evening and welcome to Niger Voices.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Koiki. I keep the good work, right? So I just want to put my contribution, right?
Go ahead.
So I would say everything is getting interesting. What is happening in Nigeria? What is happening in Nigeria now is very interesting. But only those who have eyes can see what is going on. Because there's a saying, okay? Yoruba sunkún sí wọn ríran. Yoruba sunkún wọn ríran. Okay? From the last voice message you played from Shetima, what is it?
Yes.
I was talking about repentance. All these Boko Haram people will pay. They give them rehabilitation and put them back into the society, put them into the community. We know that is part of the agenda of the Fulani and the British government. And we always say that. Now, so, okay, one rehabilitate one. These are the people, we know what these people have done, even from the time of Jonathan. Okay, from the Chibo girls, we know what they did, the Boko Haram. Okay, how they leveled all the indigenous people of Benue State. Huh? Now they say they repented, and it's okay now. They repented, then you put them back into society, put them in the Nigerian military. That means there's an agenda for it. Nigerian government in one shape. Okay? And what Boko Haram, àwọn Fulani bandits, one kidnap, one power. Why is it that one should hang Bobo Igbo to man kidnap? Bobo Igbo he made a lot of money.
Evans.
Okay? Evans, thank you. Okay? Why did they rehabilitate him? Why did they have to hang him? So we know it's just a sweet talk to cajole the people. People, okay, yeah. Okay? And now, the other one I want to talk about, the statement you made about the Ijile Marcos,
yes,
and all this Modori Buruku Ominira 2022.
Yes.
Okay? So, because I made a statement yesterday. The statement is that, okay, wọ́n arrest Olori Buruku Dugbo Onijiri. They didn't arrest her. Why? Because Tinubu don't ṣiṣẹ́ fún and the British government. Now, the government say ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ destabilize Yoruba nation. That is their game. Because àwọn tí wọ́n wà ńbẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ pé Tinubu president àwọn òmìnira gbogbo wọ́n mọ ẹni tí yóò bá jẹ́, Britain mọ ẹni tí Yorùbá jẹ́. Wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ mú Yorùbá bí ìjìgá ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe fún Yorùbá nìyẹn. Yorùbá ni kò tí ì jí. Àwọn tí wọ́n dẹ̀ jẹ́ problem wa ni àwọn ọba wa. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Àwọn tó pèrè àwọn ní tó ń ṣe bóyá Gani Adams or what. Àwọn chief security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn gbogbo ni problem wa. Àwọn governors. Okay? Because game don't play is a very high-tech game don't play. Britain at America, Yoruba. Because she must sọ pé Yorùbá ni ọmọ aládé, kì í ṣe ọmọ aládé yẹpẹrẹ. Àwa la ti mọ̀. So wọ́n lo nǹkan tí wọ́n lo àwọn ọmọ àlè yẹn fún nìyẹn. Onítìrí àti Dúpẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ àlè ní gbogbo wọn. Ọmọ àlè ni wọn àwọn òun náà lò wọn fún. Tó bá ti lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ anything nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So wọ́n ṣe máa sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kéyà Yorùbá nation must not stand anymore. People it's a terrorist group. If you don't learn here. So and I will take your notice to something. I do send some what's it called, a YouTube video of some news from Gravitas. Okay? About tell them what is their saying on Gravitas. Okay? It's a code. These are Hegelian dialectic. I was listening to Gravitas today. Before I listened to something, this statement you made about Ijile and all this something. They were saying in Ukraine. Now, Ukraine now, they refer is talking about Nigeria. They said now, the uprising that will come up in the east of Ukraine, that is moving to the south and southwest. So, they always switch the narrative, and it's Britain that is behind it. So but that's okay. Why in Ukraine and Russia, China, no, those are Hegelian dialectics. So when we study the way they are moving all this, their narrative in all those news, we will know what is going to happen with us. So the government say àwọn Ijile Marcos òmìnira náà fẹ́ fi create gbogbo unrest yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So ìtọ́jú ẹni ṣe sọ ní last year, Ọlọ́run ló fi sí mi lẹ́nu kì í ṣe pé kí ni I'm a prophet of God. I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Muslim. I don't ẹ̀mí. Okay? Ọlọ́run nǹkan tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé Elédùmarè máa sọ ká lọ prepare for war. But èyí náà sọ pé okay, with due respect to Professor Banji and Chief Doctor Igboho, my due respect to them. But I might be young or what? But ìmọ̀ olúkálùkù yàtọ̀. So nǹkan tẹ́mi sọ because wọ́n fẹ́ mú Yorùbá ní unprepared because fẹ́ fi mú Yorùbá nìyẹn. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé Yíbò ti ready. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé Yíbò ti ready. Nǹkan fẹ́ fi mú Yorùbá. Wọ́n máa pa àwọn èèyàn wa. Wọ́n máa pa àwọn èèyàn wa.
Because of time.
So
all right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
When we go to the chief security of Tinubu, they won't do nothing.
Okay.
They won't do nothing.
Okay.
Because it's the same thing. Buhari is the same thing. Not to continue because it's Tinubu, Buhari, they are all puppets in the hand of the invisible ruler. Okay, I will tell you a secret. The red eagle on the Nigeria emblem, what does it stand for? You see, that is a clue. The red eagle on Nigeria emblem, on Nigeria coat of arms, it has a meaning. Okay? Because I wouldn't go into the scripture because this is not even because everything is in scripture.
All right.
So Nigeria belongs to British government. And you know when their king Charles, when he came to Nigeria 2 years ago, what was his statement? He said, God don't bother in bread. You know, when Prince Charles came to Nigeria 2 or 3 years ago, he said, God don't bother in bread. Because Nigeria is a portion that his parents, they gave to Charles that, okay, Nigeria is your own portion. That is just it. So now, because now the indigenous people of Nigeria, they want to go out of Nigeria from that contraction. So Charles will do everything possible. So those are the power behind of what is happening in Nigeria. All the Nigerian chiefs will just have to dance to what they are telling them from Chatham House in UK here.
All right.
This is why I said, before you kill a snake, you have to cut the head off.
All right.
Britain is our problem. We have to cut them off.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that is another caller there, their perspective and view in regard to the insecurity in Nigeria. And we've been talking about the service chiefs. Let me remind you again, this is the Star Radio UK every Wednesday. Niger Voices is called. We discuss as many issues affecting Nigeria, the indigenous people, and the reason why as many Nigerians are now asking for what is called their right to self-determination at exactly 25 minutes. We'll be going into that in just about a few minutes. Keep the call coming. The number is +44 74 044 059. But let's keep it very short because of the timing as well. This program runs up to 8:30 p.m. But at exactly 8 o'clock, the next line of conversation goes to the Yoruba Nation, where we'll be discussing everything regarding the movement as well. But I will be telling you more about so many Christians that have been killed in Nigeria. Do you think that, a Muslim ticket that were a lot of concern, so many Christians backed the current president and his vice president, regardless of whether they were Muslim, because we were told that that has nothing to the lives and protections of so many of them. But like I said earlier, before some of the calls were coming through, according to what we have on the search, these are the headlines. 1 day ago, Independent Catholic News, Nigeria drastic increase in killings of Christians. And it goes like this. The number of Nigerian Christians killed or adopted because of their faith has drastically increased since 2020, according to a report by a United Kingdom parliamentary group set to be launched today, which was yesterday, the 4th of July, 2023. The fresh report by the all-party parliamentary group, APPG, for International Freedom of Religion or Belief, presented evidence that violations of religious freedom in West Africa countries have worsened over the last 3 years, particularly noting the increasing vulnerability of the Christian, humanist, and the moderate Muslim communities. The report, Unfolding Genocide. The report, Nigeria, Unfolding Genocide. The report, Nigeria, Unfolding Genocide. Highlight research by Open Doors showing that 89% of all Christians killed worldwide, guess where, are all in Nigeria. We have a new call on the line. Go ahead quickly, all the way from Ireland.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Koiki. Program.
Well, definitely, you know you should be. You are. Go ahead.
Firstly, I just want to touch some point. Like, okay, look at what happened in Ogun State. They killed our people and nobody is talking about it. Even the national television not talking about what they power. They want to create fear like they did to the Hausas so that we Yorubas can be scared of the Fulani. But I'm telling them that will not be possible. We'd rather die than calling cow the senior brother. Nigeria is not working. Tinubu, come back home. Nigeria can't be fixed. You can't fix it. Look at you. Look at Yerima, the terrorist founder, coming to tell you that you should pardon terrorists, calling them bandits. They are not bandits. They are terrorists. Terrorists like one guys here. They need to be killed because they killed a lot of people. Thank you.
Wow, that was a very brief one and a very quick one there. You can also add your voice. Lekwe plus 44 74 044 05917 plus 44 74 044 05917. I'm sorry, I've not been reading some of the comment. Dikbo, I will say, where now magic be that to? I didn't catch that, but I say thank you so much. Kemso, thank you so much all the way on Instagram. Fresh to thin. Thank you so much. Let's see if there's comment all the way. Yes. Thank you so much, Comrade Plan B and the rest of you as well. So we are still looking at some of the headlines of Christian being killed in Nigeria. Prince Adebayo Shitu, a very good evening to you. Oh, my beautiful, beautiful one and only, whether she's live with us or not, we always love the two names. And the first one is Iwakpeluewa. I love the name so much that even whether she's live with me, I have to recommend and appreciate the name. And likewise, I'm sure in the future, they'll be asking, I hope this man is not having any relationship with them, but nothing of such. You are a big auntie to me, and my other sister is just like a sister. I love those two names. I hope the grandchildren are doing very well. And you went on to say further, Ekweto, brother me, thank you so much, Iwakweluewa. We appreciate you. Balogun Lalekan, thank you so much to our grandmother, Sarah Oyelowo, with your salute. Answer nípa àwọn new service chiefs ni mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, Awólẹ́sìn, Àbáyọ̀mí, good evening. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń support APC, ẹ pè wọlé ní kí ló dé? Ẹ̀ṣáyà yín já ni. I want to read some of your comments. Please call in. Adebisi, why comparing Buhari, Fulani, Christian genocide, impunity, jihad, terrorism with the Niger Delta crude oil militants? It's not me, it is Yerima. No, so maybe we should play that again, because Yerima, this is what he had to say after a meeting a day ago with the new president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me, before I play that again, there has been a lot of killings, and the report by the news around the world, I've been telling you some of that. Christians killed daily in Nigeria, according to Tablet. Since the start of 2022, there have been 140 attacks on Christians in Benue State, resulting to at least 591 deaths. This was posted 5 days ago by one organization called the Tablet. Also, another headline, Catholic Herald, went further to say, why are more Christians killed in Nigeria than anywhere else combined? This was on February 16, 2023, this article by John Pontifex. And it went further. Allahu Akbar, shouted a terrorist in Spain recently as he wounded a priest and killed a sacristan in broad daylight. God is great. Certainly, But what made the drainage man think that God will reward act of murder? Such a question is all too often asked in Nigeria. Let me go straight to one of our mothers in America that is also joining us. Why are so many Christians being killed in Nigeria? And that is the question I'm asking this evening. Hello, caller. You're live on the Star Radio UK network.
Thank you so much, sir. I was just trying to contribute in regards to the comments about the suggestion from one of the visitors that visited the president recently, talking about to rehabilitate the
bandits,
so-called
bandits. Yes.
Yes, to rehabilitate them and reinstate them into the society. I think that would be a very wrong signal for the president to take. Okay. Because doing that is just going to increase the number of those bandits, because it's like encouraging them, giving them another 4 more years to recoup and also, grow in numbers. I think what he's supposed to be doing is to use forces against those people.
Okay.
It needs to use our military on them, fight them hard, destabilize them, tear them apart, subdue them. Okay. Then after he already taken such decision to neutralize those people, then those that he captured can be punished severely. Is to destroy as many of those bandits or terrorists as much as possible. Then those other ones that is captured, then can be, imprisoned, maybe giving them life imprisonment. You don't play with people that are destroying other people's lives. These people are continuously destroying our land. Okay. Killing people, maiming people, causing a lot of.
So what you are saying, if I hear you very well, the president should not use a soft hand with these so-called bandits.
Correct. Okay. It should not be soft arm. Soft arm has not worked. President Buhari used that throughout his 8 years.
I was going to say that.
So we don't need additional 4 years again to do same thing. He already tried that and it did not work. It did not work. It can never work. So for them coming out to advise the president to do something that did not help in the first place, that has been tried for 8 good years that did not work. So now he needs to use force. He needs to use force to show them that Nigerian army are capable. So if he failed to do that, that means he's telling them that the terrorists are stronger than them, are stronger than
Nigerian military.
So yes, he should not take that advice. That would be a very, 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 very wrong thing to do.
Wrong move.
Yes, so that's my contribution.
Thank you so much. And go ahead.
Yes, sir. In regards to the threat from Onitiri group.
Yes.
Thank God that you are out there to let people know that we are not for that.
Okay.
People that follow under the leadership of Professor Akitoye and Chief Sunday are not part of Onitiri. Okay. Onitiri is dead and gone. She's dead and gone. Nobody should recognize her. She's nobody. She came to pull the Yoruba Nation movement backwards. But now she's a forgotten person. We don't need her. We don't want to hear her voice again. We don't want to hear her name. Anywhere she's been called, we should all know that she's a failure. Okay. She has nothing to offer. So we are moving forward. We are not going to go back. Yoruba Nation not going back. So that's my contribution. Thank you so much, sir, for all you do.
Thank you so much. And that was a brilliant one from one of our listeners, in the other side. And once again, to those of you in America, congratulations to the independence yesterday. Even if you haven't got your American passport, as long as you live in America, I believe you should share, that excitement, which is the 4th of July yearly, the independence of Nigeria, independence of the American as well. Thank you so much to my last 2 callers as well. We are literally some 13 minutes before 8 p.m. when I will do a short address to the international community, mostly the security from the MI5 to the FBI to any security agency, that they should be getting a message that according to what we have, I don't know whether they have those intelligence already, I won't be surprised, but just to differentiate that there is difference between what they call the Ominira 2022 and the Yoruba Nation under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye that was also registered at the UNPO, the Unrepresented People Organization, where we have been campaigning in the last 3 years without any confrontation or attack to the security agency, whether in the Southwest, whether across Nigeria. It has always been a non-violent. Let's go back to some of the headlines that I've picked. And this is coming from the Voice of Persecuted Christian. I don't know why so many of our Christian churches are not really speaking out. We are concerned that many Christians are being killed and massacred in Nigeria. It is becoming quite alarming. And it seems that the former governor of Zamfara State, Ahmed Yarima, is comparing terrorists also with what we can call, the bandit. We have another caller from the continent. Hello, good evening and welcome. It is the call Ninja Voices on the Star Radio UK network. Good evening and welcome.
Mr. Koiki, good evening. How you doing?
We're doing very well. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I just want to contribute to the issue on ground.
Okay.
Concerning the integration of the bandit, Boko Haram, and other like into the society.
Okay.
Tinubu should not take to the advice of those people.
Okay.
Because Boko Haram, they don't repent. Their mission, they go straight and they carry it